a little bit, bit by bit.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. I'm ready, dude.
Okay, man. You got your beverage going?
I get my coffee going. Yeah, that should get me going.
Yeah. So let's uh, yeah. Let's start with the notion that maybe you can. I don't know. Can you describe yourself? I mean, who are you, man? It's a tough question, but I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, you can put me on the spot. It's not what you do or what others do. It's if I allow myself to be put on the spot. So in other words, you can ask me whatever you want, but then it's up to me how I react, right? It's harder with the people you know and trust, of course, because they can actually put you on the spot. Because you trust them, it's easier with the strangers because you have your guard up. But in this case, again, I don't know. You know what we are? Like people can be whatever. Like crazy people think they're Napoleon or Alexander the Great or whoever. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. It's more about for society, like how the society sees you. So in that case, it's all about how you would describe me, rather than how, because people, and that's the problem actually with social media, because that's what people are actually trying to do on TikTok, on Instagram. They present themselves. They're trying to describe themselves, whether it's visually or with words or whatever, the way they want you to perceive them. If they are good at it, they succeed. As like good actors do that, but most people, you see the fakeness. Like you see that no, they're just trying to deal you fake money, so to say, but you catch them on the spot. So I guess that's what it is. Like it's not what we think we are. It's how people really believe. Like, for example, let me ask you this in return. Like, why are you doing this all of a sudden?
Yeah, man.
Why did you start doing this? Because we're doing something very specific. We're not doing what I do. We're not doing now what I would either what life forces me to do, go and make money to feed my family and so on, or what I enjoy doing. I enjoy speaking to you for sure, but this is not my either professional, it's not my vocation or my job or anything. I'm just going along with you. Why would you? So is this what describes you now? Is this what you want to do? You get my question?
Yeah. And I thought about it, that we might speak about podcasting and what's happening here, because maybe, you might feel like kind of a bit confused, what's happening here. But basically, bro, so why did I ask you to kind of to describe yourself? Because I just reread your blog, and
the outdated blog, yeah, right.
That's what I thought, that people we are more concerned about dates and being up to date. But when I read it, I mean, it's cannot be outdated. I mean, it's your creativity. So I remembered you as a blogger. I remembered you as a filmmaker who was starting on this path, and even had this like a very nice piece, that short movie that you had. So that's why I was more interested in how you see yourself right now. But regarding your question, uh, uh, what's happening now. For me, I think as a creative, why did I ask you to be part of this? Because I know you as a guy who is a creative guy. And I know you as a man of words. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we used to talk like all night.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
I remember.
You
Yeah.
talked more. For sure, because
I talk shitload more than you. Yeah, I know.
at
I
those
know. That's me.
times, I was more mute. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't talking much. Uh, so here, this podcasting, man, I'm looking at it as our legacy. Like two OGs, original gangsters back in the day, now just having fun. And our conversation might be, even if it's not going to be interesting to others, I mean, I would like, for me, it would have been interesting to listen to myself and you talking, you know what I'm saying? So those are my fantasies, but where it's gonna go, I don't know. It's an experiment. I mean, I don't have nothing fixed here. I just want us to be live forever. You see what I'm saying? Because when we go, this shit is gonna stay on YouTube, man.
Jeez, now you're scaring me. But yeah, yeah. Well, that is correct. Zui, I believe, dude, when you're creative, like you've changed your path a few times, right? So it's not like clearly what defines you as a podcaster or vlogger or whatever else. And true, I mean, I like I said, it's not how I see myself, it's how others do. And you're right, I'm a man of words. I sometimes put ridiculously long time to write a simple text because to me it matters. Yeah, I make a mistake doesn't mean that I'm perfect, but it has to make sense. you know and then I read my text before I send it to you. Does it make sense if I receive this? So in a sense, I'm always a writer. That's what I am.
Yep.
I write. You may not see it. Most of my writing may see fire and be destroyed or whatever, kept somewhere in digital limbo, but I do write. That's all I do. But again, I believe that if creativity has many faces, many sides, and I believe if you are creative and not that creative, it came to be the word that people, again, like everybody's creative now. Everybody's a creator on Instagram and Facebook, less than others, but let's say TikTok. But the thing is, if you are a creative person, you're creative in many different ways. Okay, it could be writing, but it could also be you can venture into making films or recording your crazy friends on video and then posting them on YouTube, whatever. And in a sense, yes, I mean, I would like to agree with and it's interesting. You know what it is? It is also intimate because, like you said, this is yours. Whether or not I like it later and share it or not, you have full freedom of putting this video wherever you want, and it's going to exist. So we are kind of putting ourselves out there, and without much preparation but it's just being ready to. We have no pretense here. We're not saying that, hey guys, listen to us and we'll teach you how to live your lives.
Exactly.
Because I sure as hell don't know how to live my own life. I'm not going to teach anybody. It's like,
man, we're just sharing. We're just sharing. It's sharing, and you hit the nail while saying it sounds like paradox. It's so intimate right now, like I am sitting in your kitchen. I feel like I'm sitting right there near you, and
Yeah.
we have a kitchen talk. This is what I like, man. I mean, nothing pre-organized or planned, as you mentioned, just a free flow. And I was kind of sure because about, why? Because of our chemistry. That's why I was kind of, I didn't have much anxiety of how it's gonna go. You see what I'm saying? Because I know our relation, that that it's gonna work. Somehow it's gonna work. Something's gonna be out there. Some product. So very interesting topic you mentioned of contracting. You're saying that, and this might be interesting to others. I am a creator right now. You see, I mean, I have more power in our relation because it's going to be on my channel, and kind of I'm podcasting, yeah. And this is might become a power struggle in some other situations, but here I think it's more about contracting, because I don't want to have more authority on this work than you. I mean, it's going to be mutual. If we will see it each other, we will see it first. You will see it alone by yourself. Yeah, check it out. I will check it out, and if we agree that this is something that might be interesting, to be out there online, we agree on it. If not, we'll negotiate. I mean, let's keep it open. How does it sound?
Sure, no problem. No problem. You know what? It was given to start with that whatever it is, I'm in. And there's in a way, to go back to what you were saying, yes, it is slightly different from us just being in each other's kitchen and talking. It's not that I dropped in for 15 minutes and I stayed up all night and just left 6 a.m. But this is different because people will watch maybe 15 seconds into it and abandon and then go watch cartoons, or somebody will watch the whole, the entire length of this video or whatever. But let's just roll with it and see what comes out of it.
Yeah, we're rolling, baby. We are rolling.
We're rolling. And then who knows? Maybe in 3-5 years, you're gonna be competing with Joe Rogan there with rankings.
Man, that guy became like a Xerox. I don't know how you call it. I mean, podcast means Joe Rogan. You see what I'm saying? Like a Xerox machine became like copy machine became a Xerox machine. Pampers became Pampers. Man, this guy just man. I mean, he's a pioneer. He's a trailblazer.
I know. No, he became synonymous to.
And this guy just made himself from nowhere. I mean, not nowhere. He struggled.
He's a journalist. Yeah, he had some stupid shows too, like like Fear Factor and stuff.
He's a professional comedian.
He was a professional prize fighter too.
He's a professional.
One of the strongest leg kicks ever recorded, I think, or something like that.
And that's why he got a couple of surgeries on both of the knees. He blew.
Well, I'm not kicking anybody, but I got surgeries on my knees, so that can happen.
Man, you got kicked by
a car, yeah.
Car.
Yeah, exactly.
I
flew in the air, yeah.
And I really remember that period when you told me it, like, and I really visualized it, and it stuck with me. When something happens to you from out of nowhere, from fucking blue,
Yeah. And what's weird is that I walked like a stray dog. But that time, specifically, I remember that time I did everything right. I had my phone in my pocket. I looked left. I looked right. I waited for my street light, and crossing the street, and then I hear some like loud humming, and I look. There's a car almost in my face already. I'm like,
Oh my God.
the first thought, and there's no reason there. The first thought that came to me, I was like, the car that I saw standing across the street at the street light, like somebody floored it, and then somebody's trying to hit me. Like, what have I done to this guy? And I'm glad that the crazy mofo just made a turn and he couldn't go faster than what he was going. Otherwise, he would have overturned. So I don't know, crazy people, man.
And it just, you know what, it just took me to your piece. God, why me? Well, why not? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Did you write it before or after?
I think I started the blog after, I believe. I don't remember. I think it was after.
So what, man, tell me, what do you think? I mean, cause and effect, yeah? Basically, you're in your piece, you also mentioned.
Basically, I deserve to be hit by a car, right?
Man, me personally, I hate cause and effect shit. When there is always the people starting to blame people, you know, man, it happened because you got the oncology because of you didn't eat right or whatever. I mean, there is always a cause and effect. But in your piece, it's
Or you were an asshole in your previous life. Who knows? Whatever.
oh man, how way back you go, huh? With your sins.
How many incarnations ago? Who knows?
And but what's your philosophy on it, basically, man? I know you're not a religious guy.
I have no individual my own. I haven't created a philosophy yet. I have no following, no cult.
Not yet, bro. Just started.
No, not yet. So then and then I don't think anybody can create anything anymore. It's just out there. You just go and pick like a buffet. You know, if you want to be religious, go help yourself. But no, yeah, you're right. I'm not religious at all. Probably, I don't know. Agnostic, most likely. I don't not looking. I'm not reaching for labels, really, dude. You know. But I don't. I'm not into blindly believing something that you don't understand. And frankly, if I'm mistaken, hey, fine. That's probably also my destiny or whatever. You know, maybe I'm intended to be wrong, and I want to live my life, make my own mistakes. You know what really gets me in any religion, Zrio, is that, dude, I don't like when they treat adults like
When they what?
Like children, adults. Like, you shouldn't do this. You should do. Dude, I'll make my own decisions of what to do.
Yeah.
You know. And if I hurt myself, if I go to hell, then be it. I mean, why are you concerning yourself with it so much that you are ready to sin and like execute me in a way or whatever, just to save my soul? Just leave my soul alone. Just go save yours, you know? But don't drag me into that.
No.
Change the subject. Don't drag me to that stuff.
Man, you change it.
Shit. No, I'm just kidding, man. Go to talk about whatever you want. I'm all in.
Man, this all in. Come on. I mean,
I'm all in. Go ahead.
that's what I don't know, man. I don't know what to talk about. I mean, we're just free flowing. Whatever comes to your mind. I just remembered what I said from the beginning when I arrived in the United States. For me, the first my experience was with aromas, those smells. You know, we arrived in New York, and
Yeah.
humidity, and that when I felt, man, this is so humid. And then I like immersed myself into those aromas. You know, after the 90s in Georgia, when everything smelled like shit, basically, uh, I went into the place where everything smelled like heaven. Uh,
Okay.
and you know what I mean? Even in supermarket, you know, all those chemical smells, you know, with the deodorants, everything was new. I mean, nothing was here. You remember that shit?
You had to really look for it hard. Yeah, I remember. But I mean, you're saying that it smelled like heaven. You must be talking about some other place, not New York, because New York, especially then, did not really smell like heaven. It does. It never does. It never
That's what
does.
heaven
But
smells.
that's the thing with the thing with New York, though. That's the thing, though, dude. You go down south, you go elsewhere. The streets are clean, and people are like, "Oh, New York, or New," and then I somehow can't shake the feeling that it's passive aggression. It's like it just they try to somehow badmouth New York so that they can justify their decision of not being here. I'm talking about people who lived in New York and moved, the
Yeah.
people who have never seen New York. It's like, and I'm like, dude, you know, come on. At some point, I'm not trying to impose it on you. I'm not trying to tell you that New York is better than this place. Okay, and if it is better for you, stay here. Just don't try to convince me. Let me be the rat on the streets of New York, and you be the eagle here. I have no problem with that, you know. But don't try to change me and give me the wings and make me the eagle as well. You know, if that's the case, that's arguable still. But people have this thing like. But for one thing, I love New York with everything it has to offer, but it does not really smell good, dude. I don't know what city you remember, but it must be something other than New York.
You know, I know you're in love with this city, man.
Dude, I was in love with New York before I even knew New York. Like
You
from Catcher in the Rye,
yeah,
from the movies, from whatever, you know. Like before I saw this, I somehow I was pulled by the gravitational pull of the city all my life. No. And generally, I'm attracted. I mean, I was raised in maybe my hometown of Tbilisi is just like one neighborhood in New York, size-wise, but this is the biggest city that was in my country. And then I lived for a short period of time in Moscow, and then, I mean, I'm a city person. You know, I enjoy going out to nature, and I have friends who want to be like rangers, whatever. They want to live in the woods. Fine by me, but you know, it's not my thing. I can go and you know, sit down and spend like 2 months, whatever, alone with a friend, write a screenplay, whatever. But I cannot live there. I have to be in the city. That's my thing. And again, it's not about right or wrong. I do understand that we're living on the concrete here, and this is far from nature friendly place, and I love nature, but it doesn't mean that I have to be in it, you know. Like like I remember somebody told me like it was a talk about like animals, and dude, I don't like having animals in my house. I'll pet your dog, I'll play with your dog and everything, but I'm not gonna have a dog. I'm not against. And people very sensitive. People who have pets are very sensitive about it. Like I even remember this very good friend of mine. She had like 3 cats or something, and we were watching a movie one day, and she said, "Oh, I saw you." I saw me what? I'm confused. Like, what did they do? And then, oh, you petted the cat. Said, of course I did. I don't hate your cat, especially it's your cat. I love your cat because it's yours, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna have a cat tomorrow. And this conversation, like on nature and animals. Oh, you don't like dogs because you don't want to have a dog. I'm like, because I like rhinoceros too, or I like horses and elephants, but I'm not gonna have them in my apartment because I can hardly take care of myself, clean after myself, and now I have to deal with a dog that's like a child that never grows up, you know. So
Man, yeah,
that's the thing.
they are sensitive.
I do like, well, going back to what I started about was like nature. I do love nature, and it sounds the opposite. Like if you do love nature, what the hell are you talking about living in the city of New York? You know, as it's I mean, it's an example of metropolis, right? And but yeah, because you know nature is good on its own, and I would do everything I can to preserve it, but doesn't mean that I have to become a ranger and live in the forest somewhere, you know, which I respect a lot when people do. It's just not my thing.
Yeah,
As far as I know, who knows what's my thing? We don't know what we're intended for, right? I mean, hence
yeah,
the
but
jumping around. People start out as being one thing, and then they end up being a different one, and then you know we change courses throughout life. But at least this is what I believe.
but you feel comfortable in the city.
I feel very comfortable.
Yeah, metropolitan, your thing.
I feel most comfortable in the city than anywhere else. This is my habitat, you know, like going back to people trying to convince me that, oh, how dirty. Yeah, I know, but you know what? Anaconda has to live in a swamp. That's his thing. And I have no problem being the anaconda or the frog or whatever. And you be the eagle, you be the tiger, whatever. You do your thing and I'll do mine. You know, I have no pretense of anything. I just like it, you know. My um, look, you know what? In the end, you cannot. It seems to me we all come with a manual. You know, it's just like that the manual is so well hidden. Sometimes we don't know what the hell it is. But deep down, we all have user manuals. You know, like cars come with user manuals, like printers and computers, and each individual human being has a user manual, which she can refer to um, if they can find it. But the easiest way is like whatever you feel. If you feel, what's that?
In the glove department.
In glove department, yeah.
You
But
can find it there.
keep it there, all dirty and like you know crumpled with heat and like. But anyways, that dude, if you feel a certain way, that's probably your thing. You know.
Man, you're
You
talking
know.
about a gut feeling, yeah?
Oh, that's also controversial. You know, if you're we have technical difficulties. Yeah.
No, we're back.
Yeah, good. What did you say?
It's like your gut feeling, yeah. Basically, I mean, follow your gut feeling if you can hear it. But my gut feeling is so fucking low, speaks so low.
That is very controversial. Yes, definitely. But at the same time, like when the former U.S. president said that you know he listened to his gut more than his intelligence agencies, you know that makes no sense anymore. But on individual level, um, you know, Abraham Lincoln said it. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. And
Yeah,
that's a very good compass, you know. I mean, of course, dude, there are certain ways beyond that. Like if you feel like screwing your neighbor's wife, you might want to think about it. But
but
it's
it's
not like,
more
oh, we're not dogs. Like I feel like this, and this is what I'm gonna do. And then there's a compass, and then there's a wheel, and then there's a sail, and you have to coordinate all of those things, right? But it's a good start, probably.
yeah. I mean, it's more it's more about judgment, judging your behavior, yeah, basically. What's good, what's right, what's wrong. And without judgment, we cannot survive, that's for sure. Man, yeah. So we took it serious right now. went deep. We went deep, man.
Dangerous waters.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
people,
Anyway, dude.
yeah, you were saying? Yep, you're back.
You froze there for a second. At least this is the easier part. You know, this technology, as much as some hate it, some call it devilish thing, whatever. Dude, I remember when I called my parents from Nashville
Yep.
in the early 90s when we were there together, that cost me like $4 a minute.
I remember
Crazy things that,
$2.90, but maybe even up to $4.
and then you had to sign up for a plan with AT&T and then landline, and then you had to pay monthly fee, and then it cost little less, but it was still like an arm and a leg. And now I can see you and talk to you for an hour, anytime I want. So something good came out of that, especially in these pandemic times. It's
For sure.
tough.
For sure, it's survival mechanism for a lot of people, and for sure, man. Thanks to technology, but back to those days. As I remember when we would get the apartment, the first that got disconnected was the phone, for sure. I mean, it got disconnected somewhere in 1 month after the first billing.
When people stopped paying for it, right? Jesus.
The phone was,
and especially when you live with a lot of
the
friends
phone
and then
was gone, man.
teenagers and
I was
what's weird?
myself. And man, for sure, yeah. I mean, the phone was gone in 1 month after the first bill, and then I remember
somebody's credit was screwed because it was under his name. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, who cared about credit history? Nobody knew about what the hell is credit history. We were just living it, man. So I remember, but Z remembered this story. Our friend, she brought her girlfriend to the apartment. I mean, like a girlfriend, and that girlfriend who was brought into our apartment to live for a while, because she had a broken heart. She had a breakup with her boyfriend, so she came to live with those girls who were living in our apartment. So after a while, and the phone was alive. I don't know how, but the phone was alive still, and she was calling a psychic network, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I think I remember that story now. Yeah,
was going
the one that charges you for every minute, and they put you on hold first, and then they charge you for it, and then they talk to you. That stupid shit. Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
she was going through the therapy with those psychic networks, man. So she ramped up our bill like for what, $2,000 or something, and she just left. So she got help. She got help on our phone, and those psychic networks were quite a good business.
Yeah, they probably still are, one
Michael
way or
Jackson,
another.
Latoya Jackson was running one of the psychic networks. She was a psychic.
Really?
Yeah, and she
Well,
was advertising it and making some good dough.
probably. Yeah. Oh man. And there's no more TV. I mean, there's TV, but it's all like there's no I don't even know people who have live broadcasting anymore. Like, because now everything is streaming. You stream your stuff, you know. And I do remember, speaking of that, what made me remember is late night. They used to advertise on TV. Remember those psychic networks and other money hungry, whatever scammers, and yeah, wow. And now, dude, it's so strange that very strange when one strange moment in your life is when you realize that you're as old as you remember your parents. You never catch up, right? They grow older than you are, but
I
the
know.
memory, the image, the youngest image of your parent, and then you become that age, and then you grow older, and then you remember your parent being younger than you. And then another strange pivotal moment, I guess, in life is that now you see your children being
I don't see
as old as
you see yours.
yeah, true, yeah. But anyways, right. Well, it's not the same, I know, but at the same time, you could even seeing your friend's child the same age you remember yourself. It's like kind of slap in the face, you old fuck, kind of thing, you know.
Now you the existential.
Yeah.
You're making me cry.
Let's talk about midlife crisis now.
Like you told me, don't go there, baby. Don't take me into those deep waters, man.
Yeah.
Being 40, 44, going on 45, me, and we got the best day when we were born, me and you. I mean, the same day, but not the same year. But anyway, I mean, basically we're the same age. So, damn, man.
Well, now more than not when we met, because being a couple of years older when you're a teenager is a lot of difference in age.
You are just 1 year ahead, man, not a couple.
No, dude, I'm 46 going 47.
Weren't you born on 75?
No, 74.
Oh, mi scusi.
So yeah, there's no
senior citizen.
Well, I have a head start. I have a head start. But I have a friend. Born in February, and every year it's kind of sort of like a inside joke that on his birthday midnight I call him an old fart and like make fun of his age, and in 4 months or so I catch up, and he calls me. Now we're the same age, like welcome to my world.
What you gonna say now, man?
Yeah.
So about age, man, you said what fascinates you, about remembering your parents, for example, in the same age and looking.
I didn't say the word fascinate. You're putting that in my mouth.
Yeah, whatever, man.
It's more it more like freaks me out than fascinates me, but
at least something I can put.
Yes.
But
man. Yeah, well,
okay.
Another thing with age and children, the funniest thing was when I was trying to explain Telegraph to my son. Telegraph. Like, what's a telegraph? I'm like, I don't know where he heard it. Like, it was years ago. I'm like, well, it's a short message, limited in how many letters you can have. It is, and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, it's just like SMS, but instead of coming to your pocket where you have your phone, when somebody sends it to you, the postman brings it to you next day. And he's like, why? He doesn't grab the like, why would you, instead of texting
Why would
me,
you bother?
yes, send it to the post office, and the postman, he's like, why? Because I said, cell phones haven't been invented yet, motherfucker.
Yeah, you got him, man. You got him.
But it was very hard for the child to just wrap his mind around, like, what the hell? Why telegraph? Why
would you
that
tell
system? Yeah, why would you even think about such a thing when you have a cell phone? But he doesn't know that, dude. There are people who don't remember life without internet. My children are younger than the internet. A lot of kids are younger than Google. A lot of kids have not seen the world where Putin was not the president of or the leader of Russia. There.
It is different. So that freaks you out, and
I guess I'll have to make my peace with it. There's no reason to freak out. We're not the first ones or the last ones, but you're making your peace with life. I have no problem with aging, though. I mean, dude, it's good to be young, of course, but like, oh, like, I wanna die young. People say, like, you're gonna die tomorrow. Is that what you're saying? you don't want to be old means that you're gonna have to die now, or else make peace with your aging process and grow old and be happy.
Yeah, and then smell bad.
Why? You can shower at the age of 90. Why not?
No, man, they smell bad.
Not necessarily so.
No matter how much you shower them, they smell bad. Yeah, but I mean, it's cynical right now. But I mean, I'm joking. But they do smell bad. I smell bad already. So
Eat right. Well, generally speaking, dude, I mean, children don't use deodorants because they don't need to. They can go without bathing for a week. I mean, they shouldn't. Then you're a bad parent if you let them. But
they smell
what I'm
nice.
saying is they don't stink.
Children smell
because
nice.
the body does not produce the dirt that is not inside their bodies yet, and it's all about like eating healthy and all that crap, which we don't do because healthy food doesn't taste anything. Doesn't taste like anything. Crap.
About diet.
Yeah.
Diet. But man, I don't want to forget it. When you spoke about age differences and being in one age, like being aware of yourself in certain ages, it doesn't freak me out. It fascinates me. In this case,
what, the idea of starting to smell bad at some point?
No, that doesn't fascinate me, man. It scares me. It scares me, man. That scares me, bro. Nobody's gonna be around me. You're gonna die lonely when you smell bad. But no, man.
Shit.
Let me say, I was watching, scrolling through YouTube, as I do most of my time, most of my life right now. So I saw the video about those guys, for example, Scarface, yeah, the iconic movie that we all were brought up. And One more topic I would love to talk to you about, those iconic movies which influenced us in Georgia and then in States, because you are the guy who advised me some good movies. Usually you were like a blockbuster for me. So, so man,
Blockbuster, jeez.
why I was fascinated? You know what I was fascinated with the ages of those actors. For example, Al Pacino. You know how old he was when he was starring in
Scarface? No, I don't know.
yeah, he was 42.
Oh, really? Oh, I
The,
didn't know
the
that.
guy, the boss, you remember the boss with the mustache, huh?
Yeah.
He was also very famous actor. He was 53, man. And he got this fucking role of his fucking life, man. That's what I'm fascinating. That you still have a chance, you know what I'm saying, in my fantasies to make it big, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that excites me.
Well, depends on what you think.
Oh, don't give me this negative shit right now.
As being
Don't break my balls.
as making it big. Because, dude, some people are in it for fame. A lot of people are attracted to.
Hey,
I have not done much. Yeah, but listen, Glamour. You know, I haven't. You're probably not gonna see much if you search for it. Success-wise, I haven't done much. I haven't had much success in film, but whatever I've done is enough to know that once you roll up your sleeves and start doing it, there's no glamour. Like there's no glamour in fashion industry. There's no glamour in movie industry. It's something you love. It's always a project of love and passion. You know, you like it. Fuck it, whatever. It's tough. There's no, there's a lot of backstabbing. There's a lot of toughness. But you have to deal. You have to grow thick skin and do it because you like it, you know. And but some people get into that business just because they want to be famous, and they're in for a very unpleasant surprise. Because fame, you know, how many, you know, it's always the case. Like when people say that, oh, I want to be an actor because I want to be famous. But again, you know, how many actors can you list? If you are very knowledgeable in movies, maybe you can go up to 100. Probably not even. Probably you're going to stay in low tens. But the thing is, there are millions of actors, very good ones. I've known incredibly good actresses and actors I worked with, and nobody knows who they are. They're no less than anyone else you might name now. But dude, it's a tough industry. You know, if my children want to be actors, I would advise against, or say, you know what, just have a backup.
Yo, man,
You know?
I see your rationale here. You speak like a coach, and you speak right. Whatever
I speak like a parent.
Yeah,
So that's what it is. Because you know what, me myself, maybe I would have, you know, gone head first with a sword into the battle of life, whatever, blah blah. But I don't want the same thing for my children. For example, the thing you mentioned, we grew up in times, and I would not trade places with anyone else. This is what makes me. Somebody's at the door. Hold on a second. Let me. Whatever. Let them deal with it. Look, dude, we've had times when I don't know how our parents really could sit calm for a minute when we were not home, because it was freaking dangerous. It was like Wild West.
It was.
people already know, people only know this stuff from movies. And if you tell your story, they may not believe it, because it's like, oh yeah, a good made up stuff. But we have lived through that, and I don't want my children to, dude. I see my son, and I remember myself that age, and I worked my ass off, and I did things that were not healthy for my body, and I still pay for those with my health right now.
How old is he?
You know, because I had no other choice, and I don't want. What's that?
How old is your older one? How your senior?
My firstborn is going to be 21 this year.
21, and that's
Yeah, 21. He's turning 21 this year.
Mamma mia. Shit.
Yeah. You
So,
know,
man, let's not go too much into the serious stuff. I mean,
let's not talk like parents. Okay.
I
Fine.
mean, yeah. I mean, you are in the parent role, so you're not gonna be able to, I mean, choose. And for me, every parent is kind of a coach, some kind of coaching. I mean, he does a coaching, but you know, we will wrap it up a bit, you know, kind of in 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. So let's kind of a bit summarize. Whatever I cut you.
You
off.
lead, I follow.
No,
That's how this goes, right? You lead, I follow. Go ahead, man.
I cut you off here on this topic. Would you like to? You want to finish it, or I mean, you got something?
No. We just, you know, dude, we're having a conversation without anyone else watching, even though in theory this is for everyone else to watch.
I'll tell you.
But
watch it,
but yeah, we're just flowing with it, like, you know, whatever, you know, invisible eye. But the hard part, though, like you're saying, that parenting is like coaching. But the thing is, first of all, coaching doesn't work because young generation doesn't listen to you. So
now you talk like an old fart, for sure, man.
I am one, yeah. And
now you talk like an old fart, man.
No, it's always the case.
Tarkovsky's
interview, I remember from Tarkovsky's interview, he was saying that, you know what, when you're young, you don't know shit, and then people are trying to tell you, and you don't want to listen, and then you have so much energy and you have no knowledge, and then you grow older, then you have so much knowledge and you have no more energy left to do that, and then you're trying to teach the younger generation, and they don't want to listen to you. That's a cycle. But I think with parenting, I think it's not, coaching is not really like what the parents are supposed to do. I think parents are intended to be for safety. Coaching, the life will do the coaching on its own. Because no matter how much energy you spend on coaching, nobody's going to listen to you anyways. You're just wasting your time and theirs.
Anyway, you coach. I mean, you coach.
Make sure dude, you are like a railing, you know, like when you go out on the balcony, it has a rail so that people don't fall over. That's what parents are. You make sure your children don't fall over. You have to be there, because if the balcony has no railing, it's dangerous. That you have to provide safety. Otherwise, they're gonna fall. They're gonna break their neck here and there a few times, and they hopefully not to the extent that it's gonna, you know, damage them for the rest of their lives. But you know, that's all you have. That all you can do anyways.
The difference,
make sure they're safe.
The difference between us is that I don't know what it is, how it is to have kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna argue.
Maybe that's your way of staying young. Maybe that's your
no, man,
recipe for being a Peter Pan. I don't know. You know, look at you, dude. You look young. You can be friends with. The funny thing also is that you can have friends the age of your children, but your children always have this thing like, because their friends are going to say, well, what is your dad doing here? You cannot hang out with your child
No, you don't
and
want
their
to do it.
friends.
I don't think you want to do it, man. Because
No, dude, I have friends that are young,
no,
almost like as young as my kids, and I hang out with them, but they're not my kids. That's the thing, though.
that's for sure, yeah. Because you are in a different role.
Because the label is not there, like the label of your dad.
It's a mixture of roles, man. I mean, you don't cross the roles. I mean, if your father, you know that fucking body. I mean, you can be.
I'm very close with my kids. I'm closer than anyone else I know, actually.
You
But
as a father, you are a friendly father. You know what I'm saying?
But that's exactly what it is. Somebody said I'm stealing it from someone. I don't remember the name to give them a credit. It's not me, but it's absolutely right. They said, your children don't need another friend. They have many friends already. They need a parent.
For sure.
Again, what's parenting? It's like the helicopter parenting, like you hover over your children all the time. That doesn't work. It's proven already. Nobody knows what works. That's why I said, you know what? I'm being told that, oh, you're too soft on your kids. Whatever, dude. You do your thing. You let me do mine. I'm here to provide safety. I'm here to make sure that my children don't hurt themselves as much as I can. You can't even do that. I mean, tell that to somebody whose kid was robbed and killed or whatever, dude. That's horrible. But you can't always be there to say for the safety of your kids. But I'm talking about the upbringing part of it. And I don't know how the fuck we got into this thing. Let's talk about something else.
Oh, no, man.
This is not a parenting podcast, okay?
Yeah, we might do some parenting podcast because I think I would like to have a father like you. For example, I would have liked it for sure.
I loved your father, man. May he rest in peace. So you had no problem having a good father. So
yeah,
and
I'm not saying my father was bad. I mean, I'm saying that I would love.
Thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. And you know what dude, I've seen. I have friends who it is a privilege and maybe even luxury to have loving parents, because the stories I've heard growing up, like abuse people went through from their parents, and I'm not talking about extreme abuse like sexual abuse or whatever, even like
Emotional abuse.
Even dude, like always fighting for your parents' attention and approval and never getting one. It's a huge emotional toll on people, and I've seen the result of it. And I never thought it would be possible. Like I even had trouble making peace with the idea that that is, nobody's making this up. It's true. That happens.
You know what? While we're speaking about this topic, I really in my body feel anxiety, man. I don't know. It's this topic makes me puts me into anxiety, man. And I think parenting also has a part of anxiety, being being protective and all. So let's stop it here if you don't mind.
Sure.
I can understand that it resonates with you, but this is topic that we can do another podcast.
We can revisit anytime. Yes.
Oh, yeah, man. This is topic for a few podcasts.
But my point saying that, let's change the subject, is that it's a fine line. It's very easy to come across as pretentious, and I don't want to do that. I don't believe I have the answers to life. I don't believe I know how you should raise your kids. I'm blessed to have good kids, but dude, they give me crap sometimes, and I'm learning how to deal with it, and so I don't know. I mean, I'm learning as I go. This is my first time I have a 20-year-old, and next year is going to be my first time having 21-year-old, and so forth. I mean, this is uncharted territory for me,
I never thought about it. Yeah, you nailed it. It's, I mean, yeah. experiment. It's an experiment. What can I say?
Yeah. So children are guinea pigs.
Why not? And parents are also.
Yeah, of course.
So, bro, man, it was. How was it for you, man? How? I mean, I think we did. I mean, we worked.
This was no different, Zio, than any other conversation I've had with you. Of course, it was not like any other conversation either, because we don't do the scripted same stuff all over and over. It's not a play we do every couple of times a week. Even that's the beauty of the theater, is that it's not always the same. But it was like a conversation for me, and do whatever. I'm always in, as I said many times before. I'm always a phone call away from you, and I enjoy conversations with you. And if they are recorded, that's fine. I don't know. I'll see. Right now, I don't even see it from that perspective. Like,
Yeah.
when we rewatch this, it's gonna be. Remember growing up, like when VHS recorders came in, and you would hear your voice. I'm like, no, that's not how I sound. That's exactly how you sound. But you don't know, because now you see yourself from the side and you hear to yourself. So
Man,
that's
I mean, I don't like my sound of my voice because it's high, but you have a deep voice. You have a nice sound.
well, I don't think anybody. I mean, probably somebody, yeah, but most people probably they don't like, because again, we're
No,
going back to.
no. I mean, you have a sexy sound. I mean, like a male sexy voice.
Thank you. I love you too.
Man, I mean, women love those. I mean, that's why you are good with women. But that's for another
That's for another day.
That's for another podcast. Yo, man, I mean, thanks, bro. Thanks for this.
No, thanks for having me, Leo. That was great.
I really enjoyed it, man. Even now I'm excited. I feel like charged. I feel charged. I had like my low when we started about parenting, some anxiety come. I mean, that's my anxiety with this topic, and it resonates with me in a little bit different way, So, but anyway, I guess for me it was like you said, we spoke, we just shared, we shared what I have not spoke to you, I have not communicated with you like this for a while, because I have not I didn't see you,
because we are, as you said, we are older generation, as much as you may hate that idea, and we still like that personal face-to-face thing. If we lived in the same city, contrary to common sense, even, we would be dropping by each other's house in the middle of the night and have tea till 6 a.m., whatever. But we can't do that anymore. That's the constraints of space. What are you gonna do?
To tell you the truth, I cannot do it, even not because of the space, but because of my age, man. I cannot stay anymore. No fucking way, man. I'm dead after one night of no sleep. So, bro, oh man, grazie, bro. Thanks for you being here. It was nice, and let's do it again, man. Let's do it again, and
anytime, Zio.
Let's do it in Georgia also.
Anytime, man. Anytime, anywhere I am.
Okay.
I don't know if I can take a trip to Georgia, but I'd love to.
Yeah, man. So I'll see you, bro.
All right, brother.
Bye. Take it easy. Say hi to I don't know, to everyone I know. To your mom.
Well, when you post this, it will say hi to everyone you have no idea exists. So There you go. That's the audience.
Don't give me anxiety now, man.
Delete this immediately.
But really, hi to Shorena.
I will. All right, man.
Okay, bye, bro.
Bye.